ever feel like when you're doing Facebook ads that the number of responses that you're getting is actually decreasing every single day? Are you finding it harder to convert people from your Facebook ads into paying customers than you did 2 years ago? If you think it's hard now, it's going to keep getting harder and harder, and that's just a fact. Hi everyone, I'm Nyrie Roos, and I'm one of the co-founders from Explosion Marketing, and I'm here to discuss how small business will still be able to profit from Facebook in 2020. Before we get started, make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel if you haven't already, and then you'll get notified when we release more information. Now, before we dive into the details on how small business can still do well in 2020, let me go over some basic statistics with you. Facebook has over 7 million active users. That's according to Facebook's Chief Operating Officer, Sheryl Sandberg. Now, when we have a look at those active users, there's 2.4 billion. Facebook has only 342 active users per advertiser when we break it down. Not only are more people promoting ads, but it's getting harder and more expensive to get clicks. Now, when you look at the cost per click on Facebook and ads on news feeds, they've gotten more expensive this last year in 2019. In 2008, quarter two, roughly they were 43 cents a click. In quarter two in 2019, it was about 64 cents a click. And the click-through rate of news feeds ads has also decreased. In quarter two of 2018, it was 2.24%. And in quarter two of 2019, it was 1.2%. According to Instapage, the average Facebook ad converts around roughly 9.21% across all industries. You would have to pay on average $64 to get 9 conversions. Now, what I'm talking about here is US dollars here. I'm not talking about Australian dollars. So you can do the maths on that. Conversion doesn't necessarily mean a sale either in this context. It could be just collecting an email, right? Because sometimes that's what we do. We do lead generation ads to build our database on Facebook. So it doesn't necessarily mean you're immediately making a positive ROI. So the real question that comes to mind is, if you're a small business, how can you still profit from Facebook, even though ads in many cases are getting less clicks and it's getting more expensive? Well, number one, don't go for profit in the first contact with a prospect. It used to be that you would just put ads in front of people. You would send them to your product or service, try to get them to convert, and boom, you're making money. And that's expensive. A great way that we generate sales now, and we've found this to be much cheaper, is we first take an ad on Facebook, drive them to content or educational material, and then we remarket to them. And that drives them to our product or our services page in the long run. Even though we had to show that same ad to users twice, we found that the overall cost to conversion is far less than when we send them to an ad and just expect them to buy or purchase from us. So instead of sending them to an ad straight away, we first send them to an ad that is an educational piece. Then we remarket to them, which for us, when you look at a conversion standpoint, it's cheaper and more cost effective than just having ads at the beginning. Send them directly to a product or service, and you're not going to do as well. Secondly, use retargeting for your ads for really qualified prospects. So what I mean by this is, one thing we've done to generate so much revenue from Facebook, this is our highest ROI converting campaign. When someone visits a checkout page and they don't buy, we create a video that shows them what it would be like if they were a customer of ours. Now, if our main offering was using logic to convince them to buy, our video will use emotions. Why? Maybe you're wondering why we do it this way. Well, if they don't convert from logic in the first place, sending them to a remarketing campaign or video using logic again probably won't work. So we do the opposite. If our landing page is trying to sell through emotions or remarketing, our remarketing videos use logic. In addition to that, we make sure that we add in upsells and downsells. So we use every opportunity, but we use it in terms of the lifetime value of a client to us, which allows us to spend more money on Facebook. So these are just a couple of ways you can do this, and in my next video I'll talk about a couple more for you. Thank you for watching.